What is going on, everybody? It is Caden here with Kepler Electronics, and welcome to a new stream. Still says stream starting soon, but that's because no one's here yet. So I figured I'd come in and kind of explain what's going on for anyone who's just tuning in or anyone who's on the VOD. But basically, what this is this is going to be an anniversary stream. So I've been doing Kepler for about 3 years now, and decided let's do like a sort of director's commentary stream. So let's go watch through some of the old videos. I'll talk about anything interesting that happened during that, or any challenges or anything like that. Something I really like when my favorite channels do it, so I wanted to try and bring it to Kepler. So that's what we're gonna do today. But let's just wait until some more people show up, and we can get started. Managed to bring water today. Remember to bring water at least, because I usually don't. I usually have just like a single can of soda or something, and that's usually not exactly super great. Usually get pretty voice fried by the end of things. So got plenty of water this time. We're gonna stay hydrated. Hello, Super Turtle. How is it going? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna get started pretty soon. So I picked and I found. No, why the music sucks. I don't know why that's happening, but I went through and I picked a bunch of my bunch of the videos, bunch of them that I want to talk about and kind of go through. It's not everyone. It's not. It's not all of them, but it's a lot of the ones that I think that I can talk about, give some interesting insight into, at least have some fun watching some of these. Super Turtle, you're doing well. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Doing well. So we're probably going to start from the oldest parts and kind of go ahead, but there's a lot of videos. There's a lot of content, so I think we're gonna have to call it at some point. But I've got, I think, oh boy, it's like 20 or 30 videos here. So, and that's not even including all of them, like all the Gravitas stuff and the game rule breakdowns and stuff. But you know what? Without any further ado, let's just kill the music. We will. Let's get into it. Let's watch through the first of the videos. So that would be the first video uploaded on the channel was the Zumo video. Gotta love that super crunchy audio. Might not be here for a super long time yet. A remote Vex competition. I mean, stay for as long as you can. It's even just nice having you here for just a little bit. So let me know if there's any issues with the audio. So this was all recorded in this room on this desk with like 6 lamps. It was so hot because it's all no LED bulbs, all incandescent. It was pretty nightmarish. I still have this thing just chilling on a shelf over there. Can't hear audio from the video, but can hear you speaking. I'll boost it a little bit. Let me know if that's better. There we go. That was a horrible shot right there with the hand right in front of the camera. Also, yeah, someone pointed out that's just a protective coating that I left on the stuff. So that's fun, but I'm not going to change it now. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but it's still how it is. Everything's out of focus. It's mega annoying to watch some of these. Even like a lot of the like popular ones, like the Machanum Wheel video, that's just it kind of hurts to go back and watch. I do think that a lot of this editing is pretty all right. so So much like out of focus junk. A lot of this is like too much like information. Like I really didn't need to go into like, oh, this is like practically like baby's first robot like level of tutorials. A lot of it could have been, I mean, it's a 10-minute video. The only other videos since then that have been 10 minutes are the final part of Blast Wave 2 and the Kilobots videos, I think. Maybe Stompbot was 2 or was also 10 minutes, but yeah, the only reason I went with the Lynx Motion Bop Arduino is because I could find information on how to use the PS2 controller with it. It was not great. I actually went and tried to do a second follow-up video to this where I built a Lego rover, and that video is not public anymore. It's unlisted. You can find it through, I think the Good Lego Rover actually has a link to it in the description if you want to really watch it. It's really, really bad. I tried to hack in power functions motors, and I needed a much more powerful motor driver. I have like 7 or 8 or 4 or 5 more of those PS2 things, but I don't really have a use for them because Bluetooth controllers are just so much better. You don't need the giant thing. You barely, yeah. There's practically no reason to have that anymore. How many times have I been to Worlds? Just the one. It was pretty bad the 2 years before that and the season after that. We had a ton of issues. We'll actually probably watch some of those videos later, but just the once, because the other season that I really could have made it was 2020, and it got canceled. We also didn't qualify, but that was due to a lot of things. Lots of homework and stuff that basically made it really difficult to actually meet up. It's out of focus. That still bothers me. Hello, team. Oh my goodness, I've never actually tried to pronounce your name. Quinault? I've never tried to pronounce that. I've always just seen it and recognized you because of that. Oh man, that back when I still had a case on my Mac. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. It just cracked apart. Kiwalt. Okay, Kiwalt. Nice. I was getting confused by that N in there. That's why. Tardigrades 3. Oh my goodness. Pico 8. Sky Civ. That's all for Science Olympiad and Science Fair. I did my Science Fair project was on tardigrades, specifically like one type of protein. And I guess you still had it in that thing. So, yeah, it's fun. This was the first real time I'd ever really experimented with code. And so this was hacked together from a now gone example by HazardsMind, a Lynx Motion example, and some other code. Kinault. Oh, okay. Did I compete in Change Up this year? No, I did not. Yeah. I was supposed to do VexU. Didn't end up doing it because the college didn't do it, and then I didn't do it myself because the classes ended up being way more of a deal than I thought they were going to be. So might try it next semester or next year, who knows. I definitely want to play around with the new game when it comes out, so expect a new video of that. F. Yeah, that is a big F. This took like a good 3 or 4 like full-time days to figure out. No, no. Uh, I mean, it's one of those things where like you can do it. You can do it. It hasn't fallen off aside from the one time that I showed it in this video. But at the same point, I also really don't like using the double-sided tape. Also, the dialogue is so stilted in this. It's so like sort of this is the first year with Vex. It's been super fun. Video helped a lot with getting started. Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it. This was the project that made me start Kepler, because this took so long. I'd had to dig through so many forum posts to actually make this work that I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. And this is why. So then I made the Vex 2018 video and then started doing the stuff with the camp video and all that stuff. I have, I think, 3 motor shields at this point. I need to like, I just keep picking them up whenever I go to Micro Center. I need to, I need to find better use for them. You don't need to go over all the unscrews. I keep doing that like every time. I don't need to show, here's how you once would be fine. Once would be excessive, but it'd be understandable. Twice, that's too much. That's, I don't know. I'm still really happy with how this turned out, actually. I've got it. I've got it right here. Still have it. I took it to an engineering fair thing that my high school had held, and I think there might be something wrong with it, so I might actually need to try and repair this thing at some point. But I also kind of want to keep it in. Yeah, it is fixed. I can say that. How am I? I'm doing pretty all right. Pretty all right. Just cringing at myself from 3 years ago, wishing that I was a little better at making videos, but I hope I've improved by this point. Hello, Henry. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we just watched the Zumo video. I'm still really happy with that project. I think it was a really good sort of introductory project. It's people seem to have liked it. Yeah, I might go back and try and redo it. I do still really like this chassis. Yeah. How did I get into robotics and Vex? So that's actually 2 different questions in my case. But let's watch this. Well, let's get this started. So, yes, I have improved. Thank you. Hello, Jose. So I got into robotics because I got a bunch of like robotics toys when I was in probably elementary school. Really liked that, and then slowly kept kind of continuing on with it. Got Lego Mindstorms, played with that a bunch. Did FLL, which was pretty cool. Not as good as Vex, I will say that. If it was Legos but you had Vex style challenges with like remote control and stuff, that'd be better. Then my school had Vex Robotics and I joined, and the rest is kind of history. That shot is completely out of focus and it really drives me crazy. It looks better on the small view from OBS, but when I look at it on my big monitor, it just makes me mad. This robot was I'm happy that this robot existed. It was really, really bad though. Gonna go into EDR. You did it last year, but we only have 5 teams because of COVID. Yeah, that really, it's one of those things. Double reverse 4-bars are a nightmare to build. We had 2 failed attempts last year because we tried to do too much and we couldn't do cross bracing. I don't know how this one managed to work without cross bracing. It's just a straight up miracle. Your first robot looked much worse. This is not my first robot. This is we did one for Starstruck. This was the third. This is the fourth robot. This is the fourth robot, I think. The third or the fourth robot from my time in Vex. So, yeah. I decided against putting in the whole 4 years of Vex video, but how many unfinished robot ideas do I have? I was trying to fall asleep last night. I was counting how many projects I have going on, and it's 5 or 6 projects that I've actually started, video ideas that I've started and have something finished for, whether that's a script or a some parts made or something. I've got another like 3 ideas that are 3 ideas that I haven't started on yet, but are in the pipeline, and then another 2 or 3 videos that depend on external factors that I don't have control over, whether that's other people or events or that kind of stuff. IQ before EDR, it was like watching. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, if your IQ stuff looks good, you're either your team is probably like a prodigy if you're not getting external help. Like, most of the time IQ stuff looks kind of jank because, you know, it's a lot of middle schoolers and elementary schoolers. So, I mean, like, this looks jank. I've seen, like, this is horrible. Like, so much stuff. There's so much flex in that chassis. It's horrible. You named your robot Gerald because you had a little plastic Vex man. Yeah, I don't think we started naming our bots until Butternut Squash, which was, well, I guess the camp bot was technically named Samwise Gamjeff because we couldn't decide on whether to name it Samwise or Jeff. Fan your channel has helped explain some concepts to newer builders. I mean, thanks. That's what it's here for. I wanted to just thanks for carrying your robotics team. Yeah, I mean, don't mention it. Okay, I am still happy with this mobile goal intake. I'm really, really happy with how that linkage pulls it so that it pushes the mobile goal in towards the robot. I'm really happy with that. You won our state competition. You won your state competition against Vermilion. We're the best by 2 points during the ring IQ competition. Dang. The only time I made it to state finals, we tipped in the second match of finals and lost. So that was fun. That was last year. That was my last match as a Vex competitor because the Open never happened. It's the one where I was driving and I tipped because our tip bars hadn't come out. So that was really, really fun. Oh my goodness, this video is 10 minutes long too. I've really gotten more brief. Most of them don't pass 5 now. Oh, just look at how lopsided that lift is. It is. That's something. That is something. Had the second motor there just to balance the lift. If you have to do that, if the weight of one motor is gonna cause problems, that's Encore class right now, and it's EDR Cortex. I mean, Cortex is still I still really like that. That was just too much. Okay, this I'm pretty happy with this too. This was a nice technique. Encore class right now is EDR Cortex. I mean, yeah, like Cortex is still pretty good. It's a lot closer to like an Arduino than a brain, and I think it's still pretty good. Won 13-1 win or loss. Man, I'd love to go back and recalculate the butternut squash win-loss ratio. I think we took 2 or 3 tournaments with that robot and did pretty well in a bunch of others. I love this mechanism so much. Also, I love that that label maker. Someone got a hold of a later label maker. Tournament for change up. The only team still using 393. I mean, yeah, we got it as soon as we realistically could, but that was mostly because we kind of accepted that we weren't going to be able to buy that much other stuff. Gotta love that floor. Also, was this... I don't know why this footage looks so bad. This is the same phone that I filmed most of the early Kepler stuff on. I can't tell if it's just bad lighting or whatever. I don't have it in this video, but there's that one that was really great where it's where we threw it off the raised fields because it hit the wall. We're making a 4-bar system with a drill and popsicle sticks and barbecue skewers. Dang, that's hardcore. Only team still using 303. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's what my basement looked like the entirety of last year. It's still got all the half finished stuff down there from like videos. Like I haven't disassembled the stuff from the Cascade lift yet. Labeled Apple is bananas. Yeah. Favorite language? I'm assuming, yeah, programming language. I really, really like Lua. It's basically C, but with not basically C. It's got some of the same stuff with C where you have to like bracket stuff with the end function, but it's not as reliant on spacing as Python is. Yeah. And stuck. Yeah. Next up is the camp video. I still really like this bot. This was pretty fun. This is literally just like Lua is derivative of JavaScript. Is it? Maybe. I actually don't know. That's what Gravitas was programmed in. I've got another game dev project in the works that's using that, but I haven't played with it too much recently because I've been dealing with other stuff for programming and game design. So much harder to change motor gearings on Cortex. Yeah, you get everything all greasy and stuff. Lifted your 4-bar lifted once and died. I mean, I've built Vex 4-bars that did that. This was kind of the start of the whole bulletproof mentality, where everything would be doubly, triply supported, nylocks on everything. Wait, did that message get sent twice? Yeah, it did. What's up with that? That was really nice. That if we had kept going with Cortex, we would have used that, but you didn't need it because you had the different program changes on everything else. It really should have been wider. Which we did, and that's what butternut squash was. What do I use for anti-static? Since we didn't use anything for anti-static, we just made sure to touch the thing. We white screened one time. That's it. In the entirety of my competition thing. Tournament in South Dakota, I think it was. Yes. That's literally the same gear ratio that we used for butternut squash. Butternut squash was basically just this, but fix everything and make it prettier. And also V5. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we didn't use anything special for anti-static. I don't know what the deal was. We never had issues. just an absolute miracle, I guess. How expensive is Vex compared to a combat robot? Well, it's $500 for just the electronics, and then you need to spend about another $500 or $600 on wheels and stuff. So it's about on par with a really expensive feather, slash well, maybe a cheap heavyweight, a really cheap heavyweight, like is Trolley Rage from Robot Wars. I keep going back to that one because I think it was 500 pounds, so British pounds, so about as expensive as the cheapest heavyweights. But it's not like First, where you can spend as much as a real BattleBots heavyweight. Yeah, it's about 1,000 for a bot is what I would have to say. But there are some scholarships, grants you can get. That should hopefully clear it up. Alexia, no problem. That's what these videos are there for. I think we're gonna skip over bar lifts because I wanna get to some of the newer videos that are pretty fun too. So next one is Tombstone. Not actually Tombstone. I made the disclaimer at the beginning a little bit too short. People keep asking me to make a V5 version of this, so that'd be fun. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Really, really bad idea to do it with a water bottle, but you know, that's how it is. I don't know if that's garage sale China or thrift store China. It's one of those two. Seems like people either love this video or hated it. I got a lot of people that were like, "Oh man, this isn't what Vex is for. Vex isn't about destroying things." Harrisburg robotics team. The EDR team at the time won Worlds. Oh, okay. I might have played you guys at some point in EDR, but I can't remember. It's been like, what, a year since I actually had a... Yeah, it's going to be about a year. It's just over a year since my last match. Oh, that's it. Wow. So short. Top 10 tips is the next video. That's building tips for new teams. Top 10 tips. No. Was this... I think this is one of the first with the intro. So yeah, that was actually programmed in Pico 8. That was a programmed intro, not animated. Still doing a change-up robot? No. Nope. Haven't had time. Most of my Vex issue has been put into the last couple lift types I want to make tutorials on. High quality screws. Those were not high quality screws that we were using. Don't use those. No, those suck. Yeah, no. Get like high quality, high grade hex heads. That's what I would say now. Because you can use ball tip Allen screws and you don't have to be perfectly perpendicular, you know? As many competitions as possible, yeah. I mean, it's not really an option for everybody, so it's a little... That's it. That's the second robot. Love that thing. Yeah, that's the only photo I have of that robot. That was the bot that qualified us for states that year. Love your vids. They're extremely helpful. Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. Just got that the tipping clip again. I've used that like 4 or 5 times because I just like it so much. Just a reminder of why I don't drive, except that I started driving and I'm not horrible at it at this point. Longer meetings? I mean, yeah, I still agree with that. Any tips for teams with little funds? Sometimes teams wish to sell stuff. So sometimes the stuff shows up on the Vex forums. There's really not a lot. See if you can buy some stuff secondhand. There are some grants that you can go through for the RECF. There's a bunch of rules you have to follow if you do that, so make sure you look into them. And that's about all I can think of. I will say that I think combat robotics is just as good as Vex robotics, and you can do it a little bit cheaper than Vex, a lot cheaper than Vex. It's a little bit more. I mean, you're gonna lose some stuff, right? You're gonna lose some wheels and stuff. But if you make it so that the parts that die first are the cheap parts, then you can save your expensive stuff like motors. Even like I think the motors I use in Blastwave you could easily get for $5 or $6. I've had better luck with the more expensive ones, but you can use the cheap ones. How big was the team for Vex, or were you the only one? Let's see, the year we went to Worlds, there were 5 to 7 members, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. Last season there were 4 or 5. But because of the way schedules worked out, a lot of it was me in my basement, because of the way that everything worked out with scheduling and stuff. You know, when it's in your basement, it's a lot easier to actually chill out and just work on it. Buy old Cortex stuff to build your own. They're really expensive even used. And yeah, just you should be able to hack it with an Arduino if you really want the like programming parts of it. Vex is more expensive up front and combat robotics is more expensive over time. Yeah, I still think you can go to, well, no, depends. Something like StompBot, I could realistically run for 2 or 3 competitions without having to buy that many spare parts, right? I think I ran it for about 8 or 9 matches. We'll probably actually get to that. And the only thing that I really had to replace was one motor. Wait, hold on. I never answered this question. Buy old Cortex stuff. Yeah, I'd go for a cheap transmitter. You can get the FSI 6 for about $50. Plug it into an Arduino. Basically, figure out how to make everything talk to each other, and that's what I'd go for, because it's basically the same thing. Ball machine. Oh no, the audio is clipping. How did I not notice this? Yeah, so this was cool. I've been building with Connects for 15 years, 16 years. I haven't pulled that out in a while because I haven't really had that much stuff to do, but basically my school used to do this thing. It was like a family science night where they had the robotics team and the science club and everybody chill out and give out candy because it was at Halloween, and everyone would have a good time, grand old time, and do stuff. And I'd been building this ball machine, which is basically just a glorified marble run. And I took this. Got the goat posters in the background. Raspberry Pi for my combat robot? Yes. That's in the Raspberry Pi rover. It's in one of the videos. Not for combat robot, though. You usually don't need that much fun stuff on there for programming-wise, unless you're Chomp. Yeah, most of these were just ripped from Instructables. I'd love to try and do a full custom one, though. But this was, even just pulling designs from other people, this was a good 20 hours of work, easily. Combat robotics is more expensive over time. Yeah, I mean, like, you have to remember that, like, a competition for Vex is anywhere from $200 or $150 to $200, right? So that's like, I think that's a full Blastwave for the price of, like, a full complete Blastwave for the price of one tournament. Top 6 tools. I think we're gonna skip that because the next one's StompBot, and I want to get to StompBot because that'd be really fun. Why did my message repeat? I think I just hadn't. That might have been my problem. That might be on my end. Made worlds during nothing but net. I mean, yeah. I kind of wish I would have gotten to do nothing but net. Yeah, I mean that held up so well. Those motors are ridiculously expensive, and I really, well, I'm still using them, so I really probably shouldn't say that I shouldn't have used them because they're still being used in Snotbot 2. Yeah, I need a new drill press. I still have that one. I mean, it's, if it works, it works. Yeah, those nice canted wheels. I still like those. They're really expensive, but they're pretty sick. It's spending half of its time. You don't even have a drill press. I mean, like, the cheap ones are nice. I don't think it'd be possible for me to make Blastwave's drums if I didn't have it, even with the lathe. Um, but yeah, apparently that's not allowed in most tournaments. You have to have a separate LED, and I didn't know that. But they still let me compete anyway. Best wheels for traction. Um, that's a really good question. I've really only used foam wheels. Unless you're talking in Vex, in which case then it's Omni wheels that are locked. You have the 6-wheel drive with the locked Omni in the center. That's the best wheel for traction. But that's Vex. If you're talking combat robotics, apparently it's supposed to be foam wheels with like a rubber compound in them, but I haven't actually tried that out because traction has never been the problem. The problem has always been everything else around it. It's always been either my driving or bad lid screws or everything else. Yeah, that was fun to replace because you had to like cut it off and then you had to like melt it into place and it didn't want to stay, and if you broke it off then you wouldn't be able to turn it off without unscrewing the entire bottom, and it was uh yeah, and then we switched to smaller batteries for the new one. So Team Panic silicon wheels. I'll have to give those a shot at some point. Yeah, I drilled a whole like hole in the side so that the thing wouldn't come out, so it wouldn't be a Faraday cage, but that didn't end up being a problem anyway. The new ones don't even have the wheelie bar, and they seem to have been fine so far. I need to get some more driving practice in, but as far as I know, those I'm not using a wheelie bar on the new ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The extra hole. It's always fun. Yeah, overdrive would have been sick, and I never thought of a better name. I did try putting this into a pushing contest with butternut squash at one point because I brought it I brought it in, and it wasn't as good at pushing as I thought it was. But okay, what's next? Uh, so looks like we've got the chain bar video coming up. It's always like really hard like figuring out some of this stuff. Like for this, I did a ton of research on this, on how to like build one that would work and everything. Oh, the hey, I'm wearing my Facts Robotics shirt. Nice. Um, Yeah, yeah. This took a lot of research. Not as much research as the Cascade lift, which was not fun and apparently isn't even technically a Cascade lift because it uses one continuous loop of chain. But they're close enough that most people refer to them with the same things. But I haven't missed that for sure. Trying to deal with shaft collars, I haven't missed that at all. Over the past couple of like the past year or so. I guess I have done it for the Cascade lift video and also next month's video, which is going to be another Vex video, but not sure if I want to spoil what that is yet. Yeah, you're probably going to need to use a tensioner. I don't know if I actually did that on this one. I didn't have good lights. I still really need to get good lights, but it's not a definitive guide, but it's still a pretty decent guide. We just skipped the PC video. Yeah, we just skipped the PC video. I don't know, but I actually don't see that in here. So we're gonna actually skip that, and it's the post state reveal. So I need to find that. Vex 2018, Wallbot, Camp Vid, Turning Point Reveal 1. Oh, okay, that's what this one is. Turning Point Fall Reveal Butternut Squash. Oh yeah. I still really love making these. I've been meaning to make like a best of Kepler electronics compilation for a long time, but I haven't been able to. All of my stuff is on. I started editing on Windows, or I want to start editing on Windows more, and all of my stuff is locked on like my Mac hard drives. So, well, it has been, and then I made it not so, but I still need to actually go through it and find all of the good bloopers and best clips and stuff. Yeah, that whole mechanism of mounting it up front was actually just garbage. It was basically just there for looks. It's just all the weight was resting on the motors, which is mostly fine. Wait, oh, that wasn't even the one. We just jumped back again. Post Worlds, Vex 2018, Tombstone, Stomp 1. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I guess I just rendered this out with the entirety of the background song. So that's fun. Wow, okay, I actually just don't know what happened to this DFX. Yeah, okay, this is one. This is all using my my garbage temp naming that I did when I when I rendered all of these. I've gotten better recently, but well, I actually probably shouldn't say that because I've got one that says it's BII2 because Blastwave 2, but part 2, so it's there's entirely too many Y's and there's entirely too many I's. I still really, really like this robot. Like, I still really like this one. That center wheel is where it's at. Probably would be better to do locked omnis, but love your vids, but you gotta go. Well, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. it's been fun. So there's so much like just junk in that intake, but it all worked together to make it actually function. Yeah, this never really got fixed. Like, it kind of got fixed at the very end, but yeah, it's still not great just because it falls off the grid. I guess. Oh wait, no, it did get fixed. Yeah, that's most of the time. Yeah, you just kind of like pull on that rubber band, and it'll like it just pops the chain off. You don't really need that high of RPM for a flywheel. A lot of it's based on compression. Yep. Well, I guess I'm repeating myself there. I think that's what we ended up with for the at the very end was that taught me everything you know about Vex. I mean, thanks for watching. You know, that's why it's here. It's for people to watch and enjoy and learn and stuff. Yeah, no, low strength. Don't use low strength for this. You will regret it. You will absolutely regret it. uh, I use this did result a lot. We had tried putting a scissor lift on this bot at one point. I don't think we mentioned it at all. But yeah, we did build a scissor lift, but it was too wide, so we were going to use the extra drive motors and mount them on the side with a lift, but it was too wide. Be participating in Vex in future years or just be making the videos? Really remains to be seen. I'd like to compete, but at present, you know, I mean, like, that's a massive time commitment, like more so than combat or even just making videos in general. And, you know, I need to focus on like studies and stuff, but I do want to do it. It just kind of depends on if I'm able to find enough people that I'd feel comfortable setting up a team, because it seems like I'm going to have to set up a team if I want to do it. It's not going to, you know, be set up for me. Which brings us around to Blast Wave. That is, if I can find it. Blast Wave CAD. Yeah, there we go. So this was the first time that I really delved into CAD. So still a lot of problems. Single flywheel for this game. That was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Issues because of the bigger ball, or because of the different angles that you're trying to hit. Yeah, the number one thing that I would say would be to make sure that you can research how things are made before you go do anything, because this would have cost entirely too much money to make. So much money. So much money. Even this would have cost a ton of money. Yeah. It's not great. Yeah, apparently you can buy the same belts, or like a variety pack of belts at Lowe's. So that's what I've been using, is just like a variety pack of belts from the local. I don't know. Wait. I don't know why the. Okay, there we go. I've been dealing with computer crashes recently, so I got really scared for a second as I thought my computer had crashed on stream. So I don't think it has. Everything still seems like it's doing it's doing fine. Yeah, this whole drum setup was just disaster after disaster. This whole bot was really, really ill-advised. That motor was discontinued before I purchased it. I think I purchased the last one available from Hobby King. Not even from Hobby King, from Newegg from Hobby King. I still have it. I haven't used it for anything. Oh my goodness. I actually modeled some stuff for this to use it in a project and then completely forgot that I was working on that project. So that reminds me that I should probably go back and finish that project. Also, dang, that render looks pretty good. That's Sleek Just Fusion's built-in renderer. That Chrome looks really good. I need to step up my Chrome game in Blender. But yeah, I want to use no pan shots like this where I'm just panning across a still image. I want to use none of that. Now all renders. How much would it cost to get the part metal 3D printed and finished? I think I went through a bunch of things and it said, I think I got quoted $80 for metal 3D print. But if I were to get it machined, it would have been like $400 or $500. So, that's why we ended up with the circular drums that I had to go to well, I tried to do it at the Makerspace. Makerspace didn't have their lathes set up yet because it was still new. I had to go to Acquaintance of the thing. There's quite a few of your videos. Thanks for popping in, Firehead. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. Those, I never ended up doing that. Also never ended up using those wheels. But the new version's got teal wheels. New version's got teal. That was a horrible mounting solution. I hate everything about this robot. Everything. The color scheme is the only good thing about this robot. It's too flat. The wheels are too big. It's too big in general. That's as big as some Beetles that were at Kilobots. Yeah, the bearing situation was horrible. What's next? Worlds reveal. I might not have actually put that, or I had to convert a bunch of my things using Handbrake, and that didn't work. So, post open. Come on, I know I saw it. I've just got a wall of videos here. DF open. This gag was probably the first time I tried to do a gag on the channel, and it wasn't even really funny. I mean, it's fine. I tried. That took so long to get working. I'm not even joking. That took like probably 10 hours of work to actually get that thing working. Oh yeah, this is when I started incorporating more cinematic elements, like with the whole, I think there's one where I when we were at the open, we went to a Dave & Buster's and I got a tiny tripod for my phone and I was using that as a handle for the grip and like sliding it around. Oh, that's a cringeworthy thing right there. Oh yeah, we added more. Yeah, this bot was the culmination of like 200, 300 hours of work at the end of it. I'm so proud of this robot, proud of everybody that worked on this thing. So good. Oh yeah, just slightly increasing the length of it. Yeah, that needed to happen. Such a nice looking bot. Oh man, it looks so clean. That was the goal with this thing. It's there's still some jank, like the one side that didn't have the D score, the little pusher, was really really horrible. Just using a normal gate latch thing would have won Worlds. I do kind of regret not taking it to Worlds. Like, we could have taken this, or we could have taken the catapult, and I kind of wish we would have done it, because we would have been like one of 3 double flywheels at Worlds, like out of the entirety of it. But yeah, yeah, 7th in our division. I still can't believe that happened. Met 7K. They were great. That was really fun watching them, hanging out, like live watching it on the Vex Discord. That was all really really fun. Oh yeah, we switched over to using no zip ties. I don't know if I mentioned it. Was it red division? I want to say we were red division, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, I did mention the rubber bands right here. Oh, at Worlds? Is that the research or science? I don't remember. It might have been that the MC that I knew from our region was in science, and we were in research. It was either research or science, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we spent a lot of time. Like, the wire management on this is about as good as you can do. Like, I'm really happy with that. Snuck that in there. DF open. Where is the post worlds catapult reveal? Hey, there's a sticker right there, right at the beginning. 4-wheel standard drivetrain. Vex's drivetrain for autonomous, or we program your own? That's a very good question. I actually don't remember. Gotta love that was like for a Spanish thing, I think. That was after I had left the Spanish program, so I wasn't involved in that, but I think those weird figures on the walls were from Spanish, the Spanish class. Program autonomous, I really don't know. I wasn't involved in the programming side of things. I took autonomous when I needed to, but I didn't really program most of that. I think it was custom though. I think it was custom. Oh man, there's actually a picture of that. I was looking for this and I couldn't find it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I gotta love the sheared teeth. That was jank. I really don't like that. I really didn't like that, but it was fine. Okay, I'm really really happy with that. Like, that's sick. It's re yeah. Old me said it. It's a pain to make, but you know, yeah, we did more. How come we never tried a puncher? We did try a puncher. Um, we had some issues with it. Um, yeah, we couldn't actually like. Uh, we we had more success with this than we did with the puncher. But also, like, we had the double flywheel, right? Like, that was our main bot for 6 months, 7 months, October to March, October to April. Yeah. The limit switch was a nightmare to get working. That was like probably 4 or 5 hours one night. Just Yeah, I destroyed 2 or 3 limit switches on that. Imagine how dead inside you must feel as the teeth just shear. I mean, yeah, we had destroyed a lot of parts though. Like there were so many bent axles from the flywheel and stuff. I don't know what happened, but at some point, like the lighting in my kitchen shifted from being. Oh wow, I forgot that happened. That's pretty cool. Best robots for change up. I have not paid attention. I've been kind of stuck in my own little world when it comes to comes to robotic stuff right now. Just mostly focusing on BattleBots because I wasn't in the thing, unfortunately. If they ever bring it back, everyone, the brake is the coolest thing. Even if you can do like a passive brake or something, anything that improves it besides just using the hold function. Oh, okay. You could see it earlier, but we had played around with a locking mechanism on that. Yeah, it wasn't because it got stuck on the ball either. Um, as far as we can tell, it wasn't footage of the catapult motor not breaking. There's literally only one meta for changeup. Yeah, that's kind of what I've seen. Oh, you can see the bent thing from when it one of the bricks that was holding the little side things, the pit sides, got kicked out into the middle. We hit it with our cart. Robot tumbled off and hit right on that. 2 and 9. 2 and 9. Yeah, I don't know if we would have done better if we had had the other robot. I do really like the break. The break was sick. Okay, that's a cool shot. I like that shot. Yeah, early season, I think that would have done really well in our region. Maybe even like states worthy, like take states maybe if we had been able to tune it a bit more. But always showing off Blast Wave. Oh, I said it there again too. I felt like I needed to have some sort of outro, and I don't know when I decided on the keep designing thing. Actually good Lego Rover Dash 1. Oh, this is when I started going with like the oversaturated, like super colorful aesthetic. I I mean, old me wasn't wrong. I started like 4 or 5 well, 2 or 3 Technic projects for Kepler. Same motors was why do I oh my goodness. The only word that came to my brain was pulsar, but that's not my robot. Should you be hearing audio from the videos? You probably should. Um tell me if you can hear it now. I'm popping up the audio. It looks like it's higher than my voice, and I don't want it to be higher than my voice because then that makes it hard to listen to what I'm saying. Did they ever get put on Thingiverse? I actually don't know. I know they got taken off Etsy because you can't use the word Lego on Etsy. You can't hear it? That's so weird. Don't hear anything other than your voice. Well, it says that it is. Okay. Maybe that's working. Should be coming from desk. Okay. Okay. We're going to close that, go back to my desktop, and I'm going to reopen this. You can't hear it. Because OBS is telling me, I wonder if it's an error with movies and TV, and it's not wanting it to be screen shared. Computer lies. Can you hear it now that it's on Windows Media Player? Because maybe that's... Because I don't have VLC. That's what I'd probably go with next. Still can't hear it? Rip. Dang. Well, we're gonna try and install VLC. Here's hoping that maybe it's too quiet to be heard. Nah, I have the thing cranked about as high as it'll go. Window sharing instead of screen sharing. Window capture. No, no, I don't want that. Don't go to Chrome. There's media player. Well, that's fun. You know, I got nothing. Rip. Well, now my window capture device is gone too, so I need to, or my display capture. That's that one, yeah. Well, that's fun. Second. Let me know if that has fixed anything. I don't think it has, but send that to front. There we go. I don't know. Last year competing VexEDR for high school. High school last year was for high school. Don't know if it's my last for Vex in general, but I'll have to figure it out, but I don't want to change it right now. But yeah, so I can still hear it. I don't know what the deal is for that. Okay, we reset the device. Maybe that'll fix it. And again, maybe it's just like a weird computer issue or some sort of... Really shouldn't be, but I don't know. We're gonna have to go with it just because it's whatever. Yeah, so I really like the idea of a speed build. This was 2 years ago exactly, I think. Because this was, yeah, so this would have been 2 years ago. Did it for show us the code for Blastwave. There's literally no code for Blastwave. I mean, there probably is inside of the speed controllers, but that's not my code. Ratchet that reverses depending on the friction or something. Let's see. So depending on friction. It's a good question. I did play around with friction intakes or friction reversing at one point. Tomorrow's MIT admissions day. You concerned about that? No, because due to the whole pandemic thing, wasn't able to get reference letters because I don't know anybody anymore from my my university. So yeah, so even if I wanted to apply, I couldn't. So yeah, definitely. I did look into it because MIT was my dream college for a long time, and then I missed admissions first time, and now, yeah. So that's fun, but it's whatever, you know. It is what it is. Bigger up, you feel it. Yeah. The only professor I really have any connection with is the one that I'm currently doing the worst in his class. So that's kind of how that whole thing is going. Oh wait, I actually did that for this video. I thought this one was for some reason I thought this one was Bluetooth. I must have been getting it confused with the Raspberry Pi Rover. Oh man, gotta love PowerPoint. Not even PowerPoint, Google Slides. Gotta love these Google Slides. This is not great. This would have been pretty cool if it had had like if I'd used like splines or something to make them like really nice and like curved, but heyo Psychoraptor, how's it going? It's so hard to like actually show code on videos because it's you got to have some sort of motion, otherwise it looks like garbage. So everything's just slowly zooming in or slowly zooming out. All the lighting in the early videos was so bad. It's still not great, but it's getting better at the very least. I guess it was also filmed on the iPhone 6S, I think, and now everything's being filmed on an iPhone 10 because we went to the Mark Leon water damage on the phone, saltwater damage. So that thing was turbo dead. Yeah. It does look better with transitions though. I probably should start using like fades and stuff more than I have been recently, but not well. Oh yeah, that's right, because I should have used. Oh wait, yeah, because I did pick up the big sprockets. The big sprockets are awesome. I think there's one size that's bigger now. That thing's not together anymore. I kind of want to put something else together because it's really fun having something that you can just chuck outside. Put like some like the 180s, like the massive Nerf mod motors on some like gearboxes and just let that thing out. I wish I had like clocked this thing like to see how fast it was, like erase it with StompBot. It's like it was definitely really fast. Okay, we're up to well, if I can find it. Pippin. This robot came out of a not fun first 2 months of Tower Takeover. This was our third bot in 3 months, and none of them were good. We built a double reverse 4-bar that I don't know if I have any pictures of, but it was pretty bad. How was my BattleBots predictions? Not well. Did I have Hydra winning at all? I actually don't remember. I can pull it up though. What does Bracket Boy say? I had Hydra winning. I had Hydra winning everything. And I had Sawblaze beating Endgame. So obviously neither of those things happened. Neither of those things had a chance to happen. Yeah, this bot was really fun to drive. Yeah, all the steel on the bottom to try and lower the center of mass. Yeah, no, that's not. Never, you didn't need that for this year. That just caused more problems than it helped. I guess for this bot it was nice because you could still tip and be alive, but see you around, getting off. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. It's been fun. Straight up and down. Yeah, this was hard to drive, so it ended up being a glorified tower bot, push bot. How many people did we have in the Vex team? Were we split into groups to work on different things? So I think Earlier I said it was 5 to 7, and I think that's about what it was. So towards the beginning of the year, no, well, so we usually had a couple people doing autonomous programming on the robot. The other people were usually either sorting the parts from the half-built things or building the things that would become the half-built things. Towards the end of the year, we had 2 robots because we were fortunate enough to have 2 V5 kits. So we had the catapult, which was our prototype bot, and we had the flywheel, which was our working main bot. Yeah. Matches where tipping to be the wall bot was the best strategy. Yeah, I mean, even being a wall bot wasn't that great of a strategy, like just a dedicated wall bot. Yeah, I still don't know why this was. Yeah, somehow that claw exerted more force, well, wasted more power than the entire flywheel setup. I don't think we ever hit level 4 on the flywheel. I mean, like, what other robots can say that they can do that? Not the Trace Tiger, that's for sure, because we tipped in finals right away. Yeah, no. This bot was built 3 days before the tournament. I'm really happy with the wheels. Like that was sick. I liked that. Actually allowed us to keep going 2 or 3 matches. Mention something in the video you can't hear, so you don't know context. Yes, I will try and remember that. I love when we tipped into the tower. That was great. You were going into the montage. Yeah, just playing defense, cause kind of that was cool. It didn't work, but it was cool. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this match is the most intense match I ever played. In Vex, in my entirety of Vex, probably more intense than State. Was it this one? No, it wasn't. It's so small compared to everything else because we went with that. This, oh dang it, which one was it? It's one of the ones that had the cube grabber like that. Yeah, that looked really bad, but we were like, our claw was inside of their mechanism. And then we knock him over, and then we pull them back over. And then we get tangled with them. And this match was so intense that I was shaking afterward. Yeah, I literally had to go like out and take a walk because I don't know why, but that match was so intense. Not the best at showing driving prowess. Yeah, no. I got better towards the end. I'm still not great. Needed to practice some more. Also, just this wasn't defense; it was entanglement. Yeah, that was like you can see that their flipper things are caught completely inside of our lift. I feel like you'd always get paired up with a wallbot or pushbot. I think the only wallbot I saw was mine, our wallbot. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, what's next? Blastwave Part 2. We get to see something, that's for sure. That is if I can find it. I'm seeing the Blastwave 2 videos. I'm seeing the Kilobots videos. Blastwave CAD. I might not have Ratchet. Dang, I am having some real trouble finding this. Well, Oh yeah, okay. So it is. I don't know why it's called Blastwave II 1-1. So I thought it was Blastwave 2 because Blastwave II is what I've been referring to as Blastwave 2 for forever. It looked like garbage. It didn't even look that good. Like, I thought it looked epic, but now that I like look back on it, I feel sad because I thought it looked really cool, and now I see the light, and it did not look cool. Looking at that speed controller just gave me flashbacks. I think I talk about it in this video, but I basically almost lit this desk on fire. This desk that I'm sitting at right now in this room, because I think there was like something underneath the heat shrink that shorted directly to signal. I think power to signal, and it caught on fire. And I'm looking because there was maybe it wore back off, but there was like a melted part of like the paint on this desk. You can't see it, but it was there for a while. Can't see it anymore, or at least can't get the right lighting. Yeah, no, that wasn't great. Yep, ordered another model because when you can't solder, just order something to have someone solder it for you. I have gotten better at soldering. You look at the electronics from new Blastwave, and they're almost entirely soldered by me. There might have been a little bit of stuff soldered by my brother, who also works on some of this stuff with me, but he's way better at soldering than I am. So if there's something that needs mega precise soldering, then I usually turn it over to him because I have a history of absolutely wrecking stuff. Yeah, that ESC was huge. I've got, I think, 2 of those and like 3 others, 4 or 5 others. Spreadsheets are nice, except when you realize that you can't actually trust Fusion's weight amounts because it doesn't give you very good weights. Did I make a better change-up bot? No, because I was waiting for to get into a team, and then that never happened, and I didn't compete. Discontinued. Pretty sure the Vikings discontinued. Haven't been able to find them anymore. Apparently, there's some motors that are similar, but I haven't tried them out yet. Similar mounting patterns, but I've got like 4 or 5, so I should be good for 2 competitions, 3 competitions without having to change things up. Yeah. Let's light everything on fire. That wire was terrifying. I'm actually pretty lucky that I didn't know that there was a fire extinguisher, because I would have probably gone and just nuked this whole desk with, because there's a fire extinguisher like in the room right behind this, literally like less than 2 seconds away. There's a fire extinguisher, and if I had done that, I would have like wrecked everything in this room. So I'm kind of lucky I didn't know that was there, because it went out on its own. Nothing happened, but it was really, really scary. Yeah, no, all of those wheels became spares for StompBot because I didn't like, that's how it went. Oh wait, I was gonna install VLC. Come on, get out of here. No, stop doing that. Come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was my brother that helped me with that scene because that was impossible to do with just my hands because the foam was too stiff. And I was gonna use those for Thwackintosh too, and then Thwackintosh as well. And but I couldn't get it to work, so yeah, you end up just losing those snap rings. That's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't drag your battery around on the floor. Oh my goodness, that soldering job is horrible. See, this is why I like to have someone else help me with the soldering, because I'm not great at it, not great at all. Oreo Blast Wave kind of looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. Oh hey, Jameson Go of Team Sawblaze. We're using his tutorial because it's actually a pretty good tutorial. I don't know what happened to those pliers. I've had to order like 2 more pairs because they keep disappearing, and I don't know what happens to them. I still have the ones that I made too many of them for Blast Drive because I only had 2 matches and I didn't actually have to replace any of them. So I made like 7 or 8 sets. I kind of wish I'd put Blast Wave into the rookies category because I think I could have done pretty well. It would have been nice to compete against a bunch of wedge bots with Blast Wave instead of getting put up against the same really good builder. Is it Brandon? I think I can't remember his name now. I think it was Brandon because it was Brandon and Brian were the 2 builders that I fought in the bracket because I fought both. They each had 2 bots and I fought both of them, each with the same bot. So I fought Steamed Hams and Super Nintendo Chalmers, and with Stomp Bot, and I fought Lobotomy and Taserface with Blast Wave. I have basically retired Blast Wave that second match, so yeah. It's missing an antenna wire, so that's really fun. The plushie SCs I used, they're pretty alright. I'm using the BL Helis from FingerTech, I think. Yeah, BL Helis from FingerTech at the suggestion of a team from Super Nintendo Chalmers and Steamed Hams. What 3D printer do you use? It's a very good question. Do not know. I've tried to find it because I've been asked several times by people both on stream and in real life. I cannot find it. I think it's a ripoff Ender 3, but it's way bigger. It's like almost a foot by a foot, or it's really big. That's what I will say. I don't know how big it is. I think it's like 250 by 250 by 500. So you can print things that are a foot long, but only if you print them in the Z direction, the Z direction, if you're from Canada. Gotta love that pixel art, am I right? I don't know why. That was kind of jank. Yeah, this thing was basically impossible to machine because it had the holes on this direction, it had the holes in this direction, and then it had the thing that you would have to lathe. 300 by 300 by 400? Nope, pretty sure it's actually, well, it might be, but I think it's 250 by 250 by 500. I think it's a weird size. I know it's 500 in the Z direction for sure. I don't know where those were. They were on my shelf over there. But I used them. I had to take some footage of them from the Blastwave videos. That's us. That's still the pulley that's in Blastwave 2. That's the only thing that's the same between the 2 iterations. The wheels aren't the same. The hubs aren't the same. The motor's the same. The belt's similar. But I guess the only things that are the same are the motor and the belt. It is a weird size. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, I need to make some more pulleys. It shouldn't really be that big of a deal. I just haven't actually gotten around to it yet. Because the one still works. Gotta love the optimism with the bearings in there, because I didn't end up using the bearings. Oh, well, that's what I'm going over right now. The unfortunate bearing situation. And then the crimping, yeah, we were able to get away without crimping. I don't think I actually covered it in the video, but we're using the same motor. We're using the same motor, and it's flux. So you just flux up the things, which was also a tip from Brian from Steamed Hams. How did I get the printer? Did I buy it or was it given to you? It was bought by my my brother, because he got into 3D printing a little bit before I did, and I just kind of inherited it, and now I use it more than he does. So I wasn't really involved in the purchasing process, but it's it just, the wires expand to fill the available space, right? This version of Blastwave is basically identical to the old one, except that it's got a smaller ESC and the wires all fit. I think I'm still using the same color paint for the bar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same color paint. I'm using a different color of teal on the hubs, the new hubs, than I was for StompBot. I don't know why I used that, because I should have used the asymmetric design. But let's go on to Kilobots Part 1. We're gonna watch this with VLC. Whoa. So let me know if you can hear it now. I tried. Yeah, I drove into the wall several times at our hotel. I don't think I damaged anything, but I did. This is still probably this might be more memorable than Worlds, just because it was a lot more fun at the very least, because I actually won a few. So filming this was the aforementioned brother. This match still hurts to watch. Belt goes off, and then the belt gets stuck, and it's a safety hazard. So the rest of this is actually pretty... Branded. It was branded. I was right. So that's what we're using, similar ones on the new one, just because of that suggestion, because he was right. It works really well. Steamed Hams is such a good looking robot. Like, there's so much titanium on that robot, it's not even funny. So StompBot 1 looks like such garbage. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it looks like, oh, it's jank. This match also sucked, and it hurts me to watch because, well, if you haven't seen this, I think you can probably, yep, you can already see it happening right now, and the wheel's gone because it didn't get clamped on properly, and I'm gonna get counted out pretty soon. Still hurts. I did get my revenge though. I mean, not really revenge, but I got to prove myself against Steamed Hams later, because I got propped up on my my wheelie bar. Couldn't actually do anything, so that really, really hurt. But, I mean, that's not going to happen with the new one. Yeah, that did hurt. Did really hurt. Oof. Next Stompbot fight is pretty sick, though. Oh, it's that focus and is also bothering me. Yeah, so going over double elimination and how it all works. If you can't hear it, it's not really that fun. So this is Stompbot versus Super Nintendo Chalmers. Super Nintendo Chalmers is so much fun. I need to build a Melty or a super powerful bot at some point. And that was the hit that knocked Super Nintendo Chalmers both out of the tournament and back into the repair thing, because it had such like a massively warped chassis. Yeah, it was like it was. I think it still worked. It's just that the stuff wouldn't work. How old were the people in this competition? Was it mostly high school students, or were they all ages? I was one of the youngest. Yeah, there was maybe one student who was my age. Most of the others were like, you know, adults and everything. A lot of them were like past college. They were already like into their careers and everything. Yeah, this fight is pretty good. Yeah, I think there was one. I think it was Sam who brought. I can't remember. I think it changed names halfway through the competition, or it changed names right before or something. But it was either Doomba or Sergeant Stabby, depending on who you asked. He was about my age, I think. So he was middle high school, early high school. And then, of course, I still can't believe that Blast Wave, as slow and as sluggish as it was actually able to outmaneuver Spot. And there's the drum. The drum's out. It's not great. It's really, really not not good for Blast Wave. Professional looking bots getting destroyed by a guitar pedal. Yeah, I think that, I mean, like, Stompbot went with like a losing record, like in the actual tournament, right? It went 2-1. The only bot it beat was Super Nintendo Chalmers, which is usually has problems with ping ponging, like it did. I don't think it had ever done the whole thing. I'm kind of happy with the whole use the thing as a shield technique. I'm pretty happy with that. I still have that bar, and I was talking with I think it was Matt from Team Jester Robotics, and he said that apparently this was like a really, really close match, that the judges had said this was really, really close. And I think the moment that if I had to guess what cost me this match, because I had a fair few control points. I also was pretty aggressive, especially for not having an active weapon anymore. And I would still get some damage points for, I don't know if it's this hit, but I'm able to push him into right there. That would count for some damage points because, Thoughts on prototyping bot ideas in Gary's mod? Literally no clue. I usually just go into Fusion whenever I'm going to design a new bot. I'd probably prototype it in Blender if I was about to do it now. Because that's kind of where I'm fastest at this point. That would probably also count for me because I got him into that position. But That's the moment that would cost me, because I drove directly into that thing. It caused me a ton of damage. It lost me my thing. Yeah. Not super great. Not super happy with it. Simulates physics. I mean, the only time that I've played with Gary's mod so far has been for the Portal video. Yeah. Can you guys actually hear the audio from this? We switched over to VLC, so maybe that's better. It's definitely not an issue with OBS because it was well, I think it was working last stream for the Monster Cat music. I don't think I actually did any damage. I think I went over at the end and was like, "Hey, did I actually do anything?" And he's like, "Nah, that nick was from a previous fight." Nope. Dang. Okay. Huh. Guess it's really not. Yeah, I didn't locate the screws in. Yeah, dang. Okay. I'll have to see what the deal is with that. Properties. Yeah, I don't know. Fighting robots on public servers, those were the days. I bought Gary's mod literally for the Portal video, because I wanted to do that intro, and I haven't used it since. I haven't opened it at all. I'm trying to remember who got the most destroyed award, because it wasn't me. Like in terms of parts, I think I had the most, but that was mostly because I lost a bunch of dumb washers. What was it? I can't remember what bot got more destroyed. What happened if I just watched the videos on YouTube? That is a good question. I'll find the next one. We're gonna watch things out of order slightly for the next part, but yeah. We'll try that after this one. Well, actually, there's really not that much. Yeah, we'll just skip to this. This match also kind of hurts. Oh yeah, I switched to the faster motors, which might have been a bad thing. I almost had him there. Like, I could have pushed him out if I had just not been bad. And then there's the flip, and there's the match. Drove directly out. Directly out. Let's do that. And here's the second one. Everything's really, really low. Okay, let me know if you can hear it, because we're trying this now. Subblaze versus Blacksmith Season 4 was epic fight. Aggression was off the scale. I don't remember that fight. Why can I not remember that fight? Still not working? I don't know. It's gotta be an issue with OBS or something. Still nothing. Huh. Lock the volume. Unlock the volume. I wonder. Let me... No, I can see the thing bouncing in OBS, and it says it's not. Come on. I wonder if it's a problem with my audio device. That's what I'm currently thinking. I'm gonna pause this because I do want to talk about these, because I think it's really fun. Got a sound. If I go back to digital audio, then I can't hear it because I'm going through it. Okay, I have an idea. Let me go to properties. I'm using a Scarlett audio interface. Let me see. Okay, that might work now. I don't know if it's fixed. If not, then I don't know what to do. But this was really fun. Chester's a really fun bot. I think I don't know if Matt had said that he had wanted to redo it, but rebuild it. But that could be a real. I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna actually mute it. I'm gonna do that. No. Okay, now you should be able to hear me again. Almost pushed him out. I don't know why I still have my push out open. I've gotten burned by my push out once at this point. I think he's missing a wheel at this point because I think he gets stuck in the corner and just can't get out. Yeah, because he's totally beached in the corner. Yeah, we're stuck in the corner. They do the whole unstick thing. It's got a whole. I don't know why that's a thing. I just tried to add a new audio input and it's not working. Yeah. Just flying across. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the audio. Oh, almost got there. Yeah, they were just trying to stall for time, which is why they hadn't started to count Chester out. And I managed to not fall in myself because that would be. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. I'd love to fight. I don't know if I think he said that it wasn't around anymore, but Gold Rush would be really fun to fight his big vert. Yeah, this was supposed to just be a match between me and Kelpie, and then it basically ended up becoming a bunch of ants or UK ants, fairy weights, and also, and then he immediately gets stuck there, and so we need to push him out of the way. It's surprisingly hard to. Stuck on the side. I think some of those fairy weights are really, really nice. Like, back on his wheels. Oh yeah, it's really, really fun. You can see there's a witch doctor toy floating around. There's a minotaur toy. I'm out. Managed to somehow push, I think it's Smash Bandicoot back in, just with my wheels. Yeah, they just restreamed a bunch of this stuff on the FingerTech channel. So I watched all this back then. Favorite matches, there were so many good ones. Yeah, this I'm really surprised that this arena was still functional after some of those bots. Think the flipper had stopped working at this point, so he was just having to be a. Oh no, he was out of CO2, out of CO2. So that was what the problem was. There's a tiny Mad Catter, which I'm trying to remember if this was post. This was during Mad Catter's first season, which was before Mad Catter became the monstrosity it was this season. Okay, I might have a solution to the thing, but I need to go back into settings. Got a reloader. Yeah, this is pretty sick bot. I really liked this one. I'm just gonna pop on some music in the background. Let me know if you can hear it, and then we'll know if it's an issue with the stream, because I've done this for a bunch of stuff in the past. Gonna head out on your SpaceX early in the morning. Dang, I didn't even know there was a thing. Congrats on a very successful 3 years. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's it wouldn't be half as much fun without interacting with everybody. So thanks for sticking around. Have fun watching SpaceX. I might need to do that, but chances are I'm not gonna go to bed before midnight. So yeah, 6:05 a.m. Oh yeah, no. Gotta love the poppin'. Just pops up, and then I'm stuck in there. If you guys can hear the desktop audio, let me know, because I'm popping on some music just to fill space. We'll probably watch. What else do we have? We got this. We got the Wallbot. We'll watch Mary, and probably the portal gun video. That's about it. That's probably all I'm gonna have time for. I really want to watch the portal video because I really like that one. And yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime. Maybe for 4 years, and we can watch some of the same videos, some other ones. Hopefully, I'll figure out a better desktop audio solution. Yeah. Now I'm just wondering if all of my previous streams have not had any desktop audio, because I've been using music in all of them, and I wonder if people couldn't hear it. So that might be a problem. It also might be an issue with some sound card stuff. But here was Mega London, really cool lifter, really good wedge. It was very hard for me to get under him. I was able to push him around a little bit. Very like Duck or Breaker Box, or all those bots from the big leagues, if it were. Oh, almost lifted me out. Could have done it, maybe. Flipped him right over the thing. I count this as a win for me, because So it went pretty well. I mean, to be fair, they weren't exactly trying for it, but I think it was a win. I don't know. I literally don't know what the issue is.
Was another really fun driving matchup.
Might have
no
fixed
big spinners
it, apparently.
here, just two robots that can push and control. Stomp out was much more maneuverable than Mega Lemon could get under Stomp out.
Yeah, go ahead. You can decide. Can ask a question.
But in the end,
Shoot, I don't know why I missed your.
trying to get off my way, ended up going.
Okay, it says I've got 2 desktop audios rolling at this point. I'm gonna mute the original one. So let me know if you can hear it now. Feel free to ask any questions. Never have to ask. That's half the fun is answering questions and giving opinions and stuff. I should not have had my push out here. Audio works. Let's go. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the music.
Is drive working?
You should be able to. Okay. So if you can hear the video audio, that should work now. So I guess it was an issue with OBS where it duplicated my audio, and for some reason it was using the second audio device instead of the first one. Got it working. So probably stream for a little bit longer now if that works. Still love Steve Hams. It's one of my favorite bands. I've played him 3 times because I got an 0-3 record against him. Probably lower video audio. Okay. Dang. Now we're having the exact opposite problem. Let me know if that's better. It should be better now. Never tried to do anything sort of with OBS in this, so hopefully. Yeah. Stompbot got wrecked during this fight, so. What was that? Here for what you do with the extra weight on Blast Wave. I think you commented that. I just never got around to actually answering to your comment. It's been kind of hectic here trying to prepare for spring break and stuff. Was yours to use metal on the sides, or was yours the wedge? There were 2 options. It's better. Oh boy. Okay. I was actually just talking with the builder of Steamed Hams, Brian, and he gave me some suggestions. Steamed Hams was a tank. Yeah, Steamed Hams was great. Almost out of the arena. I'd love to fight the new Blast Wave against Steamed Hams. But that all depends on whether or not I can actually. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Steamed Hams, also known as the other Meanie Mouse. And then they stopped for some reason here. I don't know what the deal is with that. And then back up and running. Okay, it was both. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian was actually suggesting use some countersunk screws and use thicker lids, because then I should be able to get away with using maybe twice as thick lids, 1.5 times as thick of lids to get some extra rigidity. But use countersunk screws so that they stay flush. I did actually CAD a wedge. I don't know if you can see it in the videos, but I did CAD one. I might have to put that put a picture of that on Instagram, because that was, pretty cool. It was just too steep. It was too steep, and I didn't want to have to do that. But that was also it was hanging on the outside of the. It was also hanging on the outside of the bearings back when the sides of the bearings were more exposed. So. Steamed Hams was launching StompBot about as high as most of the Beatles were launching each other, which was absolutely insane. It's really, really great. I don't know what happened to that screw. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Yeah, yeah, that's still how it is. I haven't swapped them out because I built the new versions. Ah, the Rumble was pretty great. Yeah, there was a massive dog show going on not too far away, and it was just blasting like top 40 pop like the entire time. This was my first real Rumble. I'm not counting the Fairweight Rumble because that wasn't Tubi. Is Chassis of StompBot a project box? Yeah. I'd tried to build a guitar pedal because I play guitar. You can see the acoustic right there. I got an electric hiding off camera over there. But I wanted to try and build a guitar pedal, and I tried and I failed, and so I just had the guitar pedal case hanging around. Subscribe to Killboss to see the full Rumble. 2 years later, it finally gets released. But yeah, so it's just a guitar pedal project enclosure. It's cast aluminum. Hasn't been a problem. The only real damage it caused was the only real damage I got was one of the, it's probably easiest to show on the new one. One of the corners got taken off. Motors you're using for drive the same as V1. They're I think 30-1 instead of 50-1, so they're a slightly faster gear ratio. Because Blastwave 1 was really, really slow. Yeah, they just put it out. I guess it took a lot of time to edit, but I'm really happy it's finally up. Because why is there just okay? I don't know why. Yeah, we could do that. So let's go over to what's the next one? Wallbot, because we skipped over that one because I wanted to put both of those next to each other. Not the same motor, but the same gearing and type. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Taking a student design class as part of my engineering degree, and its professor is not a fan of N20s. No. Not a fan of N20s. Brushless. So we're using a ton of servos. Is that because Tubi went up pretty much immediately? Yeah, I was gonna say like that was really fast. Just kind of disappointing. Like, but because I wanted to try and get some hits from Tubi, but I'll have to maybe we'll end up at a tournament together sometime. We can actually fight, because I was really hoping that we'd be able to fight. Because I was gonna ask for a whiteboard, but you ended up going like all the way. So, okay, we gotta watch the Wallbot video. Except that I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I guess we're gonna use this one. Yeah, we'll use movies and TV because I like this one. Maybe we should put some liquid rubber on the wheels. I might try that. I just haven't exactly gone through the process yet. Double Meanie Mouse fights. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty intense. Honestly, like, impressed that it was able to turn around so fast after Meanie Mouse. Yeah, scissor lifts are their thing. They're they're quite the thing. This was thrown together in literally 2 days. Tubi and Billy made by the same person. Yep, that's Jonathan in chat right now. I still want to see a heavyweight version of that design. I really want to see how that shakes out. Come part of the, what was it? It'd be the pentafecta. It's not a trifecta. The pentafecta of the really, really big obtuse robots with what, huge mammoth deep six Smee. Yeah, and then whatever the heavyweight Billy at Tubi would be. Oh, I'd love to see that. 99% of scissor lifts are bad. 1% are black magic wizardry. Yeah. They can be pretty cool. You plan on it eventually. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I was gonna start catting up a potential entry just to see if I could maybe get accepted, and then realize that like the entries were really, really close and I wouldn't have time to actually get it to where I wanted it to be. But hopefully I don't regret not procrastinating on everything, all of my responsibilities. Hopefully I don't regret that, because hopefully we get a season 7 of the reboot. Oh my goodness, there's so many zip ties. So many zip ties, it's not even funny. 3 stomp bots as a beetle weight, you could fight Billy. I mean, I think so. I just need to find 3 people that would be willing to drive to a tournament with me. Well, 2 people, I guess. Yeah. You have to use a specific, you have to use this set. It's actually basically just a Rector set, but with square holes instead of circular holes. So you have to use this. It's really, really expensive. You can use a little bit of polycarbonate and a couple things from the Vex Pro line, which is made for First. I know some people have used them for feathers and stuff, but you have to use basically this stuff. So that's kind of where some of the crazy Ingenuity stuff comes from. Like, I've seen teams like turn the axles into really long screws because you're limited on screw size. Yeah, this thing was jank as all heck, but it was fun, and apparently people were pretty scared of it at the tournament, even though you could have realistically like just driven past it because it wasn't wide enough. Yeah, like you could just go over on the side, and this guy just keeps running into that one post. I'm gonna chalk that up to fear because of the Wallbot. 3D print stuff, not at the high school level. Well, not at the high school level when I did it, because there was you can at the college level, and you can in the specific AI only, where it's only autonomous, but not in that one. We're gonna skip over the Ratchet because that's only moderately interesting. We got Mary, the Traybot. This robot I spent a ton of this took a ton of time to build. It was several 10, 12, 13 hour days over Christmas break that year. Ask some people from the crowd if there's one. I mean, if I'm gonna enter Stompbot as a beetle weight, I'm gonna enter it as a beetle weight and not as because at that point I might as well just throw it in as 1 against a beetle, because that'd be just like a fun boss fight kind of thing. I'm really happy with this drivetrain. This was really, really so superior to the chain-driven drivetrain. It was thinner. and you didn't have to worry about chain snapping, and it was so nice. I don't know why I didn't clean up the trash from the Vex, the axle bags. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I didn't. I'm surprised we didn't skip more on the arms. I'm surprised we didn't. I mean, we were using high strength, so you have to bend like a 1/4 inch of steel, but I'm still really happy that that looks really, really nice and worked really well. I can't remember if we messed around with oh yeah, bending because of all the rubber bands. Yeah. Yeah, we had some trouble with cubes bouncing out on the sides. There's the Mario plush in the background. There's Mario again. Those stickers were amazing. It was made by my brother who does a lot of the stuff that's not the video production. I think I had seen one of the teams from one of the South Dakota tournaments do that. I think was where I got that from. But it was still using the same mechanism used on the Wallbot, so that was pretty cool. Retrofuturism themed, yeah. I liked the idea so much with Blastwave that we went with that for the whole aesthetic. We almost went with high strength axles for. Oh wait, we did go with high strength axles for that, but not for the pivot in the center. Just if you want to go bulletproof and make sure that you're not gonna have any failures in Vex, just the 1/4 inch shafts all the way, the high strength, because we had to use those. Norwalk really seems to like it too. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool aesthetic. You know, you got all the sort of like VHS stuff, and you got the whole like there's even like the whole music aesthetic that goes with it, which is what inspired Blastwave in the first place. You've kind of got all your colors picked for you. You've got like a palette and stuff that makes everything kind of just look really good right out of the gate, with like the blues and the pinks and the purples. It's also just like really flashy. So speaking of Norwalk, I was so excited to watch Norwalk today, and then I realized that I was about a week early. So I was thinking like, oh man, I can't wait to wake up this morning and watch all the fights at Norwalk, and then nope, I had completely misread when it was. So I guess I got that to look forward to now. And I can't remember if that was the state tip or if that was a previous tip, the finals tip. That was at state, but I can't remember if it was like in the finals or if it was not. Supposed to have the brackets out tonight. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going last time until it was, I think, like 6 p.m. or something. And I watched the last 5 hours of it basically without stopping. Just keep it on while I'm doing whatever I need to do. Optimistic Caden thinking we're going to keep this bot around. This was the last tournament that the bot went to because everything got canceled after this. Hello, Aurelie. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping in. Blast Wave 2. I don't... Is this the CAD? I think it is. I'm really happy with how Blast Wave 2 is turning out. Has turned out. Really, really excited. I wanna get this thing into some fights. Hello, Zach. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, that intro was a nightmare to animate. I took at least 4 or 5 hours because that was painstakingly pixel by pixel animated. We're gonna go out of order. We'll watch the next Blast Wave video after this because I'm really, really happy with how that one turned out. A lot of the chassis ended up getting improved a little bit. It's all thickened up. It's all pushed to the sides. Pushed to the sides. What am I saying? Thicker bearing supports. Because there was no support on these bearings. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Thankfully, someone on the Discord sanity checked me because I was Yeah, I think we're still using the Pololu ones. They're really, really expensive, but yeah. Any vibrating weapons like impact drills or scroll saws? You'll see a couple drill bots, but mostly as memes. But usually those are just straight up drills. Like Rusty was mostly a drill, right? They had a hammer configuration, but I don't think they used it, right? Scroll saws, no, not usually. It's you mostly want to either get the controlled like single saw action of like a saw blaze, well, a classic saw blaze or classic Scorpios, or you want like the kinetic just whack of any vertical spinner. And I didn't end up using those because I was going broke because of this project, so I had to switch to cheaper ones, but I don't think that's where the power LED is going to end up going. I think it's going to end up just being hot glued in place again, but I don't know where. Is that actually in here? Yeah, it's just chilling right there. I haven't found a place for it yet because it doesn't fit in the hole, and I don't want to print too many more chassis because I don't know. Oh, dang. You know what I just realized? Hold on, I'm gonna pause this. Rusty is a jackhammer. Okay, hold on. OBS. Zoom in. Yeah. Okay, so what I can do is I just realized that if I take this back plate, I can actually just pop this back plate down a little bit and basically make a recess for the lid, and then I could put really thick lids on. Well, I guess I could do that on one side. Maybe the other side is going to be a little tight, but yeah, that'd be fun. Let's go back to streamer mode, back to professional streamer mode. A lot of stuff could be higher resolution. Love everything you did for Vex community. Wish you the best luck in BattleBots. Thanks. I'd love to go to actual BattleBots someday. Whether as a competitor or even just a viewer. But you know, small classes are fun. Small classes are super fun. We're actually using bearings this time. They actually press fit in place, and everything's actually not working poorly this time. Goodness, I want to go back to Canada so badly. I'm really looking forward to going back to Canada. I have over tightened it a couple times in assembly. It's rubbing a little bit right now, but it's not enough to really cause problems, especially as I'm not running it right now. I just love that comparison shot. It's so much shorter. It's so much thinner. It's actually so much lighter. It's about 100 grams lighter. So I do need to fix that. But I've gotten plenty of suggestions. So might do a video, say, trying them out, seeing how they work. But we'll see. I think we ended up going with the smaller CAD, the smaller revision, and just kept going with that one and modified it into what it's become today. Canada was awesome. Killbutts was run really well and really chill. Yeah, I'm really happy that was my first event. Like, everyone was so nice there, and it was just really awesome getting to watch the fights and fight everybody. And I don't wanted to go to Canada. Much more of a warm weather person. That's why you live in Texas. I mean, Canada in the summer, Canada in August is like Texas in the winter. So, I mean, like, I don't think you're gonna have any problems. What happened to? I need to go back to YouTube, I guess, because I have two computers. One that I did most of my video editing on and stuff, and this one where I've been doing most of my streaming from and stuff. Yeah, Blast Wave. This took so long. It took so long. So very, very long. Got up to 6 degrees today. Dang. It's been, I love that. That was not fun to make, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Yeah, at some point it flipped from being like -10 to being like 60. It was 60 today, and I don't know what happened. Yeah, this video was in production for like a good 4 months. These animations were made so long. What is 6 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? 6 times 5 would be 30. Wait, no, 6. 6 degrees Celsius would be something like 40 Fahrenheit, I think. Yeah, because somewhere around there. Blender's lighting system kind of sucks in some instances. That's why there's all those weird artifacts and stuff, but it turned out pretty well. I'm not too mad about that. Oh yeah, this was before I sanded off the paint from, or the anodization from the FingerTech hubs. Yeah, that's not been fun. Google simply by typing 6C to F. Yeah. Yeah, I use Google's conversion stuff all the time, especially like inches to millimeters, because I guess I haven't memorized that yet. Well, I've got the big ones like half inch and quarter inch and whatever, but anywhere close to the weight limit, it's 100 grams under. So that's fun. Yeah, I got I was trying to cut something and I was like, hey, this isn't working. And my brother was like, yeah, you wrecked the bandsaw blade. And I was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. So yeah, got the lathe. We got the lathe. Yeah, he did the blast wave drum, the first blast wave drum. And it was basically like a person just walking in the background. I don't know. I don't remember who that was. And I didn't see enough to uh, picture them by their shoes or whatever. They're still really hard to make. I still got like a 25% success rate on drums. I need to get better. Also, that is a nightmare to make because the stock is so short. You have to like twist one thing, twist another thing, slide another thing. It's like right at the very edge of the workable range of the thing. Yep, that's a failure. Yeah, the vise needs work. Some of that's from Blastwave. No. Yes, some of that's from Blastwave 1. Some of that's from this. Some of them I could probably run for Blastwave. You want a lathe to learn that? I think we picked ours up from somewhere like 3 or 4 hours away. It was like $500. It was missing the gears, and it's like almost 100 years old. I think it's like 30s or 40s. So that was all my brother who took care of that. I guess he kind of picks up the tools and then I just kind of mooch off of him. I guess that's how it works around here. But he fixed the gears, got them all 3D printed and stuff. And yeah. Hammerbots in the Antweight League that can actually do damage. I can't actually think of a Hammerbot in the Antweight League, period. Think of a couple in the Beatles, but not in the Ants. We might actually be going back to this. I might be getting that manufactured. I also might try giving that another shot myself. Using OpenSCAD. Oh. Do you use globals right? Yeah, I've tried to use OpenSCAD. I might give that a shot. Don't think hammers scale well till bigger weight classes. Yeah. You've got you've got what, knockoff white from the Shatter guys at the Feather class. There's also one from the Valkyrie team, I want to say, that has, I can't remember who from Valkyrie has that though. Scale well to the bigger weight classes. Have made a hammer bot. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I don't know why there's just a cut there. I didn't notice that. I've watched this video like 7 or 8 times and I just noticed that now. Of course, after I publish it and can't fix it anymore. Yeah, that was not great. Yeah, that's basically the same setup that we're still using right now. That worked out so well, completely unintentionally, that it fits right there. I love hammer bots, but still try and make them. I've thought about making a hammer bot a couple times. That was what I was thinking of for the next one, but I think I have something that's even cooler. But it remains to be seen whether or not I can do that. I don't want to spoil what it is because I kind of want to keep it secret for right now. This setup definitely safer than doing it in front of you. Probably not as safe as it should be. I need to make a test box. But if I make a test box, I might as well invest and make a real box so then I can host competitions, because this area needs more competitions. I can do it. Apparently, there are some other ones. Mostly made of scrap sheets and scotch tape. Hammer only made one round. I mean, like, scrap bots are fun. That's basically what Stompbot was. It was a scrap piece of metal, which is why the thing's all rusty. It was a piece that I had around. I think that wheel is still not screwed in properly. It's screwed in properly now. Oh, what did I drop? Nothing. Piece of paper, I think. Hello, welcome back. No Luber. I don't actually know how you're supposed to pronounce that. It is gonna get stuck on the floor. I know that because this tile setup is not super great, but it's really fast. One of the motors got jammed here, which is why it's kind of driving really squirrely. So I do need to fix that. Oh, drifting. That's like really, really nice. Stompbot 2. Music written by me. Yeah, I did that because it's surprisingly difficult to find synthwave music. Did I Loctite the grubs on the Loctite the grubs on the grub screws? No, I didn't, because I've still been kind of having to go back in and out of it a bunch. Yeah, I think it's something with the motor screws are getting jammed with the edge of it. So, yeah. Okay, now I need to find let's see. Let me find the next one. For some reason, I don't have a lot of these in my my thing. Watch. Oh, let's do Vex design with Fusion 360. This took forever. This was a 14. I had 14 hours of CAD time-lapse footage for this. I was contacted by one of the members of the development team for this, and they said, "Hey, you should make a video on this." And I was like, "That's a pretty sick idea," so I did. Locked the grub screws, even if you plan on taking it off and on a bunch. I probably should. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I probably should do that. This went against 2 undercutters from Dylan from Team War Easy. Brought their heavyweight from BattleBots. That's awesome. There were a couple parts from Witch Doctor Kilobots, so that's about the only thing I've seen in person. I think it was the front wedge. Yeah. This was, you know, we don't, we'll jump through this. You have returned. Welcome back. Jump through this a little bit. Yeah, some of this was, this took a long time. Took 14 hours. 14 hours. And I had to scrub through a lot of it. I think the only videos that are like less than 5 hours of work are the reaction things. Oh, what are we making? This is the celebration stream, so I'm doing sort of director's commentary for a bunch of the old videos, talking about some behind the scenes stuff, talking about fun stuff. Yeah, cringing at some of my old dialogue and voiceovers and stuff. Oh, was a video? Yeah, this is a video. This is the CAD one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we had some parts on that robot that were discontinued, but usually if they're discontinued parts on Vex, you can still find them, which is now making me wonder if they were actually Vex at all and weren't like Mecanum or something like that. Yep, yeah, stuff started to slow down massively after this point. It was not super fun. I've kept using it, even through like the Blender stuff for the Blastwave 2 video. A ton of crashing during that. Yeah, this was difficult to get set into place. It was pretty difficult to get the angle right on that. I don't think it's perfectly accurate either. Yeah, I've had to use a Creo for my. Oh, those are Vex just old. Okay, that's good to know. I've had to use Creo for my uni classes, and but I still use Fusion for all of like the personal stuff, like the Kepler stuff, and I mean, I like Fusion's joint system. Fusion's joint system is really good, better than Blender's joint system, that's for sure. Why did I use screws while CADing for Vex? I wanted to have a really accurate render. That's basically what it boils down to. Ever seen the C channel with round holes? Is that a new thing? I definitely haven't seen that yet. The chain looks really good in the render. It's fine. The one thing isn't accurate. The fins on top. There's too many. There's way too many fins. Can't get it perfect. Apparently that's a thing you can do in Inventor, but I haven't played around with it yet. Some of the very old parts technically legal. Good to know. That would explain why I couldn't find it. I don't know. This was not fun. Blender has some similar features like that. If you were here for the stream starting soon, that's how the road was made. It's a bunch of rectangles that are just on a path. Oh, hey, I did actually talk about this in a video. I was going to make a video on that and then never did. And I guess I put it in that video. So that's fun. Yeah, I don't know why it rendered at such a low quality. I don't know or recorded at such a low quality. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I think I tried to put it on GitHub and I don't think it worked. So I think I just put it in Dropbox and didn't change the voice clip. But got this. Pop this over here. Let me see what's next on our agenda. Watch Blast Wave. We just got just a couple more left, and it's nice that we can finish this out with some audio too. So we'll watch the change-up prototype reveal. Interesting thing about this was that it was the first time that I ever used custom music in a video. It was probably a bad idea, but that's beside the point. Actually, using the outside holes of the bearing plates are worse than using the middle of the bearing plate? That's a good question. I think you probably get less contact between the bearing flat and the C channel, so I'd be willing to bet that it is slightly worse, but it also probably doesn't matter that much. Yeah, this was really difficult to actually figure out because I was doing this all by myself in my basement in like 3 days. I do still think that this intake mechanism had some potential. This was great. It was great. I was just looking at that ball and I was like, wow, I printed that and printed it. It took a long time and I haven't used it at all. Again, optimistic Caden from the past, predicting that he would actually be able to compete this year. Am I someone that tries to make everything as square and free spinning as possible? Yes. Yep. Unless it's like something that's not really possible, in which case then I have to kind of let it go. Yeah, so you can see like that's why a lot of those shafts are double supported with like the 2 bearing flats, because I can't support them on both sides of the sprocket. So it's the same thing with the intake rollers on there. There's got to be like one clip in like almost every video where I run into the tripod that's holding the camera. That throws the balls surprisingly well. Pushing the screws into the corners makes everything square but tedious. Yeah. Apparently, I mean, aren't there those new pieces that let you like sort of clip them in with like the square plastic stuff? Yeah, that barely fits in size. I mean, yeah, just explaining math or science, that's not math. That's like it's not mechanics either. I really don't know what domain that falls under. But ones work well but can't be used everywhere. Bearing ones don't fit correctly. Wow, that's fun. Oh man. Oh yeah, 6 motors. I still think that that's a pretty like underrated. I don't think I've seen any teams use the standoff method, but then again, maybe I'm not. Maybe I haven't been looking enough or at all. Six motor drive OP? Yeah. Yeah, it's some sort of like a sync mechanism would be really. Is this where he tips? Oh no. Wanted to show that robot in the best light possible, not show the massive failure of it tipping in the middle of a match. Oof. That was, I think that was the first cube that we had done. So let's, oh cool, it's trying to give me my own stream. That's fun. People do use the standoff method, they just don't rank really high. Oof. No, please, no, not a whole count of that robot. I said like 7 or 8 times, this is a prototype, do not build this. And people went and built it anyway. What is this? Was it? StompBot. Got, I think, one more video after this that we're gonna watch. So, yeah, we're gonna watch the Portal video because that's one of my favorite videos. Hey, there's steamed hams and there's Mega London. Oh yeah, flipped it in. Like, got one right here. It's right here. Oh, I was just thinking last night, like, I haven't even taken it to a competition, and I already know exactly what I'm gonna do for the next iteration, StompBot 3. I'm not gonna tell you, because we're gonna keep that secret for right now, but I do know exactly what I want to do. Yeah, I have three whole StompBots, and that's most. Modify your transmitter? Nope. They're made for RC planes where you've got like 3 or 4 different channels, so you already have to control 3 or 4 different things with one transmitter. So no, unless you have like a Red Devil where you've got to control like 6 or 7 things. Am I doing Vex U? Not this year. Yeah, this was the first time that we tried to put everything together and they did not work at all. Hello, welcome to the stream. New. I don't know why I didn't turn that so that you couldn't see the new, but I still have so many stickers. Still upset at myself for just shoving the elbow in the middle of it. I'm gonna change that color. I'm not happy with that color. It's too baby blue and not teal enough. We're gonna probably use the same color as that. It's more, I don't know. Then again, I might change that too. The knife was the best thing I could find. TPU standoff sandwich chassis for StompBot. Oh man, that'd be interesting. But then it wouldn't be StompBot because it's still gotta carry like the guitar pedal thing. Crash Fusion like 50 times a day. I know how you feel. I was working on a fluid simulation in Blender, and something about the fluid simulation just kept freezing Blender. Every time I'd try and bake it, it'd just crash. Stickers are clean. Oh yeah, you can thank the brother for that because he did that. Gotta love the face shield. And the lathe cover. It looks so jank. Just that one ended up becoming the blue wedge, I think. Yeah. I think this is the building process for the blue wedge. That's what happens when you buy a cheap workbench. Safety, you totally always follow that. Yeah. How to get the stickers? Make them or get them custom ordered. We went through, I think, makesticker.com. I think that's where we went. Yeah, we custom designed. Well, I think the I don't think we can technically sell them because the background is from a like a Google image, but yeah. So yeah, we just had them made through a thing because we'd had issues with the whole yeah, we'd had issues with like, well, we'd never really tried to make stickers, but we didn't really have a printer that would work for that either. Yeah, because they would the screws were too long, so they'd hit the motors if I had them left them in. Hmm. Yeah, that's probably too close for comfort. But I wanted to. Yeah, of course. Past me is already on it. I can't remember if I ended up actually not. I was planning on not using JST connectors, and I can't remember if I ever ended up doing that for one of them. I might have done it. No, you can't compete in FTC, but I want you to make an FTC complete robot. I mean, yeah, I just need to. I mean, I need to find the money to buy the parts because if I'm not mistaken, FTC has similarly, it's similar to Vex, right? Where it's got like the parts you can use and the parts you can't. I think I got confused there because it says eFlight, but I think it's Horizon Hobbies in-house brand, or it's the brand that they carry or something. I don't really know. Yeah, I ran it for 30 minutes straight without having to switch the batteries at the same. I think it was the year after the ball machine, but the science night thing. Can I have a custom chassis and 3D printed parts? Okay. Well, I might have to check that out then. That sounds fun. But a transmitter which came with the receiver broke it by accident, so do I have to buy a 2.4 gigahertz receiver? Or do you have to program it? You're probably gonna have to buy a new receiver, but there's like a bind procedure. It's usually like plug a thing into one of the things, hold the button on your transmitter, and it'll automatically do it. You just have to make sure that they're connected, because that's why I ended up with 4 transmitters, because there are too many protocols. There's like the Futaba one, there's the FlySky one, there's the what's the other one? My brain's telling me Skyrim, but it's not Skyrim. It's Spectrum. Spectrum. That's what it is. Yeah, Spectrum's DSM, DSMX, DSM2. It is flipping, so I might need to. Well, I was gonna add some magnets, but also apparently, might not be an option for some of the tournaments. So we'll have to see. I'd love to slam Stompbot into into like just a massive spinner. Like, I'd love to chuck it into like a beetle. I'd love to see what would happen. Last one. Yes, we got the real Portale. Green screen. Gotta love this. It looks better than I remembered it, to my my own credit, I guess. I've gotten really good green screen results in the same room with the same lighting setup, but the problem was the lighting on the portal gun. But I had spent probably 20 or 30 hours trying to troubleshoot that. Maybe less than that, maybe more like 10 or 15, but still a lot. Yeah, I still have it. It's up on my shelf right there. I don't know if it's got a battery in it, but it's really sick. Will move me over to the other side so that I'm not covering my own face. Oh yes, the portal themed animation. Not really Portal themed, but Portal colored animation. Tips and tricks videos get me through X. I mean, don't mention it. Don't mention it. I was playing through. I finally got PC VR working, and the Portal Stories VR, which is made by the same developer team, has it way bigger in their game. It's maybe 1.5 times as big, so it's way thicker. It's like maybe this far around as opposed to how far around it is in the video. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, they should be orange. I didn't color them right, but oh my goodness, this was a nightmare to model. Just got back from a Vex competition. Thought it'd be fitting to watch the stream. I mean, nice. Thanks for stopping by. It's always really nice to see people popping in. Oh my goodness, Digisparks. I fried 2 of them. Yep. I've got like 4 of them. I've got so many. Oh, that's back when my Razer keyboard still worked. You can kind of see it. That's what the texture's from. Yeah. I think I might need a new keyboard because my control key isn't working right. But yeah. I've got so many Arduinos. It's not even funny. I've got a bunch of different form factors that I've purchased for different projects and just haven't actually used. I don't know if it's on here, but I broke one of those rings by the solder joints kept breaking. So I've lost control. What do you mean by that? Yeah. That didn't work. I mean, okay, I guess it did work, but I broke it. Kept breaking it. It was fun. Yep. I have gone through so many rolls of 3D printing filament. It's not even funny. My control key doesn't work. I get it. Yeah, I was in a Zoom meeting. I was trying to share my screen, and it kept just opening up the whenever I would click on a window, clicking into a new window, and like open a new tab. But every time I just click on it, wasn't great. Yeah, probably don't do that. It's not a great idea. This project was in development from June, is when I started it in May or June, and I didn't finish assembling it until September, and I didn't finish editing it until October, and I didn't put it out until November. So that was in production for so long. This one also had a custom soundtrack, which I'm actually pretty happy with this one, as opposed to the other one, which was kind of jank. There's a reason it's not on SoundCloud anymore. But yeah, I've been doing music for so long that I figured I might as well work on it for videos and stuff. Competition in a month, and you don't even have a design. Dang, man. Maybe you should start brainstorming instead of watching my stream. Nah, no shade. I mean, I built like 7 robots in Tower Takeover, and most of them were utter garbage. So yeah, don't worry about it. I love that thing so much. It's just sometimes I'll just look up it on my shelf and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I went through so much pain to make that work, and it looks phenomenal. Okay, that must be the one that I keep remembering because it's just the one that's like so garbage. I mean, yeah. I kind of want to go back through and remaster some of that stuff because I've learned how to mix better since then, and a lot of that kind of came out garbage, but still using a couple of them in current videos. But anyways, that's basically it. Well, there's VLC right there. Yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. I've been streaming for 3 hours. This makes this the longest stream. I guess that's about an hour per year of Kepler. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. Sorry about the audio issues. Windows being Windows, I guess, you know. But thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. It's been really fun to hang out and to watch some of these old videos, talk about the mistakes and the challenges of making them, and you know, here's to another year of Kepler. Pay attention to the community tab because I might have some cool stuff popping out within a few weeks. I just have some loose ends to tie up, so I don't want to spoil that yet. But yeah, my voice is basically gone at this point. So I need to go and just drink water because I drank basically my entire giant bottle full. So yeah. Yeah, I'll have to put this up on the second channel. So if you wanted to go watch back through part of it, you do that. If you feel like you've got enough of it, then you can do that too. Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Keep designing.